The Therizinosaurus let out a loud roar toward the surface of the water. The woman hiding beneath the water was too terrified to move. Luckily, the dinosaur did not notice her and soon turned and walked away. When everything finally went quiet, the woman slowly climbed out of the pond. But not long after, the Therizinosaurus appeared behind her again. Even though it was a plant-eating dinosaur, it was still extremely dangerous. Just then, a deer ran past, catching its attention, and the dinosaur smashed it aside with one powerful strike. Suddenly, a Tyrannosaurus rushed in and bit down on the dead deer. As it was about to swallow, it looked up and saw its old enemy, the Giganotosaurus. The Tyrannosaurus immediately charged into a fight with the giant predator. Its nose was badly injured in the struggle, leaving a deep wound. Realizing it could not win, it finally backed off and gave up the meal it had almost claimed. The woman continued moving south and came across an observation tower. When she turned on the power, she accidentally attracted a Dilophosaurus, which raised its head and prepared to spit poison at her. At that critical moment, two people suddenly appeared, grabbing the dinosaur by the neck from behind and saved the woman just in time. Not long after, they also discovered an overturned truck. Inside were the woman and the biologist, who had barely escaped from the laboratory. At the same time, the factory owner feared being investigated by the government and decided to burn the giant locusts he had just created. Instead, his plan went wrong, and huge numbers of burning locusts burst out through the ventilation system. The flaming insects fell into the forest one after another and quickly started a massive fire. It was these burning locusts that blocked the main character's view, causing the car to crash down the hillside. The vehicle rolled all the way down the slope. The group had just climbed out, barely having time to breathe, when the Giganotosaurus suddenly appeared. Fortunately, it could only sense moving targets. The group hid behind the car and moved as slowly and carefully as they could. Once they were spotted, they ran straight for the ladder. The woman was one step too slow and was caught in the dinosaur's mouth, but a metal cage stopped it from biting down. The others climbed up the observation tower, only to realize the situation was even worse because the platform was almost the same height as the dinosaur, putting them right in front of its jaws. Just as they were about to be eaten, the biologist held up a burning locust and successfully drew the dinosaur's attention away. At the moment it opened its mouth, he threw the flaming insect straight inside. Everyone ran into the tower at once. The dinosaur attacked again and smashed through the reinforced glass. The woman's foot became tangled in a cable, and she was about to be dragged toward the dinosaur. At the last second, someone threw her a stun gun. She seized the moment, stood up, and aimed the stun gun straight at the dinosaur's eyes. In pain, the creature backed off, refused to keep fighting, and finally walked away. Now the entire forest is in flames. How will they escape?